Welcome to your 2016 year ahead astrology forecast. Now in 2016, there's a lot of exciting things happening. And one of the big events for you is Mars moving in reverse. Mars is your ruling planet, and he rules Aries and he rules Scorpio. He will be in Scorpio for almost 18 weeks in 2016, 131 days. And that's a big deal to have your ruling planet in this one sign. And, so having you really focus on the areas that Scorpio rules for you, which is other people's values, other people's money, sexuality, resources that come to you through your partner, through other people, through investing, through banking, through inheritance, through insurance payout, tax payout. So we're talking, a big focus on sex, money, and also the deeper issues, because this area also rules the deeper mysteries, deep passion, metaphysics, death and rebirth, who you trust, who's important to you, how good are you at setting boundaries when you need to. It's also about power, how you use your power, how you own your power, how you take care of your power, how you give your power away. So you're going to have a lot of time here to really look at and reevaluate how you're using your power, how you're using your resources, how you're using your sexuality to create the life you want. Now, this is a really important event because Mars will retrograde on April 17th and will move direct on June 29th, but he enters Scorpio on January 4th. So you go into the new year, all the planets are direct until the 5th of January when Mercury goes retrograde. And so there's a window of opportunity to start something new at the first of the year. But it is kind of bizarre because Mercury will be in his shadow period. That's the period or the cycle he retraces backwards from the retrograde. And he will retrograde on January 5th through January 26th. Mars entering Scorpio on January 4th and remaining in Scorpio until August 2nd is, a big deal because he jumps into Sagittarius for a little bit. He makes it up to about 9 degrees Sagittarius, and then he retrogrades on the 17th, and he backs into Scorpio on May 28th, and then he moves direct at 23 degrees Scorpio. So for the majority of his retrograde cycle and the majority of his time in 2016, it will be in Scorpio. Now, he is the traditional ruler of Scorpio before we discovered Pluto, which is the modern ruler of Scorpio. So there is this Aries-Scorpio connection going on here with your ruling planet, that he rules Aries as well as Scorpio, and he's going to spend a very long time here in Scorpio. Now, Mars retrogrades every 2 years, so it's not that uncommon. He didn't retrograde last year. Venus did in 2015. So now Mars is retrograding, and Venus and Mars are very personal planets for all of us. And Mars is your action, your desire, your drive in life. Mars gets you out of bed in the morning. Mars is the one that brings magnetism and sexuality and passion and strength to the chart, to the person, to your life. And so it's a big deal that he's retrograding here in 2016 in the sign of Scorpio, which is the deeper mysteries and sexuality for you. He does bring the action to that area. So you are going to be looking at this, and one of the messages is, hey, why not take a break from sex during Mars retrograde and practice Tantra? Pull the energy up from the lower chakras, bring the energy up to the higher chakras, to the crown chakra, to the third eye chakra, to the throat chakra, and use your energy into other areas. And so this is, for some of you, you will be practicing this. And don't merge with other people when Mars is retrograde. Whenever a planet is retrograde, it's not the time to take action. It's not the time to start new projects. It's not the time to make plans. You can research. It's good for researching what you want to start. So say you want to start a business, you want to be a film producer. Well, okay, you want to make movies. Great. Do your research during Mars retrograde. April 17th through June 29th. Do not take action until Mars goes direct after June 29th. Because he is such an important planet in anything you're doing, and he's your ruling planet, that when he's in reverse, plans can fall by the wayside, plans can backfire, it can turn out just miserably wrong. And so you want to move when the momentum is there. You want to take action when the momentum is there to take action. And when it isn't, you don't want to push or rush, because it could end up causing more problems than had you waited. And so, this is a good time to step back and look at your life, look at where you are, and it's interesting because it happens, right at the end of your birthday cycle for many of you, because Aries starts at spring, the March 21st, and then it goes to, say, the April 21st, 22nd period, and Mars is going retrograde right at the end, and, it will show up in some of your solar return charts. And, it is really important that you are using this energy to go back over things, to go back over and finish projects you haven't finished. What have you not completed by April 17th? Anything you haven't completed, now would be the great time to focus your energy in the Mars retrograde time to complete projects, to complete plans. If you're going to launch something, or you're going to go for a business loan or any kind of financial loan with a bank, mortgage, car, student loan, business loan, I would say wait before you file the application, at least until, end of June, or July would be better. Even August I like better, because that's when Mars will be back in Sagittarius. And, whenever we look at a retrograde, we can even look at the shadow days included in that retrograde. And so, he won't get back up until 9 degrees Sagittarius until, by the first week in August. It will take at least that, maybe even August 10th. And so if you can wait until Mars gets to that place, or before April 17th, that would be the window. Now, I will go into detail when I do the monthlies. This is an overview for the entire year. And so looking that far down the road, things get a lot clearer as they approach. And so it is good to know, though. Now, Mercury is going to retrograde 4 times in 2016. And this is kind of unusual, because he typically retrogrades 3 times a year. And this year, he's retrograding in the Earth signs. So his first retrograde, Mercury retrograde, will be in January 5th through the 26th in Capricorn. So, like I said, there's this short window in the beginning of the year where everything's direct, but then, Mercury is the first one to go retrograde, and, we're kind of in the shadow even with January 1st. So, yeah, you could start some new things there, but you may even find that there's all kinds of glitches because you're feeling Mercury retrograde. Now, he retrogrades in Capricorn twice in 2016. First time in January, and then he retrogrades in December of 2016, going into January 8th, 2017. So he retrogrades at the end of the year too, in Capricorn twice. So that's going to be very interesting. And for you, you could be reevaluating your career, you could be reevaluating your work, reevaluating your position in the world, your authority in the world, your status in the world. Capricorn rules that area of your life, which is your reputation in the world, your profession in the world, your destiny in the world. So having Mercury retrograde twice there is interesting, for all of us, and especially for you, because it's such an important part of your life. This area is very significant. Your destiny in the world, your reputation in the world. Having Mercury take a turn for reverse twice in January and then in December and January of 2017 is very significant. So you are going to be evaluating what you're doing in the world, how you're going about it, what resources you're using, who you trust, who you let in, who you share yourself with. You're going to be doing a lot of evaluating. And retrogrades are a good time to fast. They're a good time to step back from what we're doing, take a look at our behavior, take a look at our choices, and see if we're getting the results that we want. If we're getting what we want, keep doing it. But if we're not getting what we want, what can you change in your behavior that can shift things so that you are attracting more of what you want? Now, Venus is direct all year. Yippee! Venus is what we love and value. Venus brings the action to relationships for you and your money, your prosperity, and having her direct all year is good news. And so she's going to be flying about through all the signs, and she starts the year off in your sister sign, Sagittarius, and she'll end the year in Capricorn. So this is interesting because the action for you this year too has a lot to do with long distance travel. You may travel to distant places in 2016. Your work may take you there. You could travel to learn new skills or a new language. 2016 is an awesome year for you to beef up your skills, to increase your earning power, because Saturn is in this area. Sagittarius brings the action for you to the area where you expand consciousness, where you connect to source. How you connect to source, it is your truth, your wisdom, your freedom, your ability to expand in the world, long distance travel, outer body travel. So this is a wonderful area. It's the area of your future vision, your beliefs. And so having Sirius Saturn in this area, because Saturn is in Sagittarius all year, and Saturn will be in Sagittarius until December 21st, 2017. He moves from 11 to 21 degrees Sagittarius in 2016. He will retrograde March 26th through August 13th, 2016. And, during that time, you may want to, if you got any travel plans, really look at the details of what you're doing, because with Saturn retrograde there, that could be challenging, trying to travel during that time period. And Okay, and so Saturn in this area is all about you expanding consciousness this year. Really looking at your truth, your beliefs, your spirituality, and connecting more to source, connecting more to your higher power, to your super conscious mind, connecting more to what feels right for you, what resonates with you, not what society tells you, creator is, or religion, but your soul connection to your higher power, to your higher self. This is the year to use your wisdom and your truth to expand your consciousness, to expand your presence in the world, and increase your skills. So this is a good time to go to school. It's a good time to learn new skills that will increase your earning ability, that will increase your effectiveness in what you do in the world, how you go about it in the world. This will be a year where you're really looking at it, because you're getting ready for Saturn to go into Capricorn in 2017, and that's where he climbs to the top of your chart, and that's harvest time. That's when the chickens come home to roost. So 2016, and for most of 2017, because he doesn't enter Capricorn until the end of the year in 2017. So most of 2016 and 2017, now is the time to use higher education, higher learning, online school, the internet, to increase your knowledge, increase your skills, so that you're increasing your presence in the world and increasing your capacity in what you do. And this is a wonderful time for that. And you may also travel this year for health benefits, medical benefits. Jupiter is in the area of your health, your well-being, your vitality. And so this is a year where you can focus on your health habits, your work habits, your psychological diet, how you feed yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. This is a good time to look at your daily routine. How is your daily routine and what you're doing on a day-to-day basis supporting what you do in the world, supporting you, supporting your life, supporting your spirituality? When you have a strong spiritual foundation, you can get through any crisis in life. It really is the key to have a successful life. You want to have a good philosophy, a good, strong spiritual foundation. And there's a big focus in this area for you this year in regards to that, is really looking at your spirituality, how you focus there, how you use your spirituality to overcome challenges, setbacks, loss, crisis. Many of the things that have come up with the Pluto-Uranus transits. Now, they are separating, but they do get pulled back in together by the faster moving planets that move through Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer. So that will be, and I'll talk about that, because Jupiter enters Libra in September, on September 9th. And by the end of the year, Jupiter opposes Uranus in December, forming a powerful T-square with Pluto and Uranus. And that will continue December 26th this year, and then March and September in 2017. So we're not totally out of the woods with Pluto and Uranus. However, for most of you, dealing with them, if you still have to deal with them, you will deal with them mostly one at a time, which is good news. So in other words, you will deal with Uranus, and then you'll deal with Pluto later on. Now, Uranus is in Aries and moves from 17 to 25 degrees this year, 2016. Uranus will retrograde June 29th through December 29th, 2016. And he will move from 25 degrees to 21 degrees Aries. So those of you born 17 days, from 17 days into Aries through 25 days into Aries, the third week into Aries, you will be working with Uranus. Uranus is the awakener. Uranus is about freedom. Uranus wants to liberate you from the chains that bind you, the self-imposed limitations, or whatever we've bought into, what society says. Now, you don't want to be too unconventional with Uranus, because Uranus can be very extreme, and society doesn't like extreme behavior. So balance is the key. Yes, you want your freedom, but you don't want to break the law to do it. Yes, you want to live your true life, your best life. You want to live authentically and be who you really are, but you want to do it within the boundaries of the law. You don't want to be, Bonnie and Clyde out there robbing banks because you want your freedom and you want money and you don't want to work. So that's a bit extreme, I know. But it's just an example. Uranus wouldn't care. Uranus is like, hey, get the money, have your freedom, yippee! And so, but it's not a negative energy. It can be overwhelming at times because it's so electrical. But it's not a negative energy, and it's there to empower you and liberate you from what no longer serves you and free you. And so, and Saturn's got a trine Uranus, and that is spectacular. That happens. They make three fabulous trines, and the first one is in December, and then there'll be two more in 2017, where Uranus and Saturn make a fabulous trine. See, so having Saturn now in Sagittarius is so supportive for the Aries. You didn't have that. I mean, you had a little bit of it last year, but not really, because he jumped back into Scorpio, and he only made it up to about almost 5 degrees last year. Whereas this year, Saturn's going to make it up to 21 degrees in 2016. So you can see he's on the move. And that means if you have any planets in Aries, they are going to be uplifted and strengthened by Saturn all year. That's you. So if your sun's in Aries, your moon's in Aries, Mercury, Mars, ascendant, rising sign, all of those planets are being uplifted and strengthened by Saturn. So there's a strong message here that says, hey, use your spiritual power. Use what you know is truth for you, and it will empower you to achieve what you want this year. And that's good news. That is exciting news. There's so much happening. Okay, now a lot that's happening this year is with the mutable signs. The Virgos, Pisces, Geminis, Sagittarius. For instance, the North Node, the direction in life you need to go in, is in Virgo. The eclipses are happening in Pisces and Virgo. Now, there is a very powerful Pisces total solar eclipse on March 8th, and it's also a supermoon. And for you, that's behind the scenes. So this is a year for you to really take good care of yourself. With these eclipses going over the area of your lifestyle, your work habits, your health habits, as well as what's going on behind the scenes, the message for you, Aries, this year is take good care of yourself, take more time for yourself. A lot of you have been through so much with Pluto and Uranus. You need to recuperate. You need to get your energy back up. You need to strengthen your physical body, your emotional body, your spiritual body, your mental, your mind. And so these eclipses are saying, take it on the down low, do the chill, meditate, go on vacation, rest, recharge your batteries, dream, write, work behind the scenes, journal. Okay, when the eclipses come, they're going to be for you about finishing unfinished business, completing projects. Now there's going to be one last Libra eclipse, and it's not even a total eclipse, it's a penumbral lunar eclipse at 3 degrees Libra on March 23rd. That'll be in the area of relationships for you. And so, you know, that will be the last one there that is speaking to what changes you need to make in relationships. In fact, Jupiter is going to enter that area on September 9th, which is going to totally improve your relationships. It's going to make whatever relationship you're in better. It's going to give you the ability to attract good people to you, people who want you to succeed, people who want you to win, people who want to see you do well and do well in your life, do well in your work. So you'll be attracting helpers, people that want to help you September on, and for most of 2017, when Jupiter will then enter Scorpio, I believe in October 2017. So here in Virgo, he is improving your health, improving your work, and asking for you to increase your health, your well-being, your vitality. And then the North Node is there. And then you have on September 1st another partial solar eclipse in Virgo, followed by a partial lunar eclipse or penumbral lunar eclipse at 24 degrees Pisces on the 6th of September. So you see, March is going to be crazy time. September is going to be interesting as well. But for you, it's about behind the scenes. It's not like it was before, where you guys were so much involved in the action when the nodes were in Libra and Aries, South Node, and the eclipses were going in Aries. No more eclipses in Aries. You've done the work. Congratulations. And now the focus is more behind healing yourself, empowering yourself, resting, recharging your batteries, working behind the scenes. This is a year where you can do a lot of work behind the scenes. You will launch big again when things move into Capricorn. When Saturn moves into Capricorn, that will be a time of great change for you, especially in the area of what you do in the world. And then when Saturn couples with Pluto in 2020 in Capricorn, that will be a game changer, though it's a few years out, so we don't need to go there. But this year is a really good year for the Aries, because Jupiter, you know, comes to your rescue, relationship rescue, starting in September. And you will notice that people want to help you. People are there for you. People are supporting you, and that blessings are coming to you through other people. And now the Mercury retrogrades, that's going to be a time to, you know, reevaluate things, look at things. The first retrograde is in Capricorn for you. That's in the area of what you do in the world. The second retrograde will be April 28th through May 22nd. That's during the Mars retrograde period. You definitely want to chill at that time period. That will be in Taurus, that Mercury retrograde. So you're going to be really looking at your money during the Mars retrograde period, and especially the Mercury retrograde in Taurus, because Taurus rules your money. Scorpio rules your partner's money or other people's money. Taurus rules what you love and value. Scorpio rules what other people love and value. So you've got something going on there in the April, May, June time period, with Mars camping out in Scorpio, and now Mercury retrograding in Taurus, which will oppose Mars in Scorpio, bringing to conscious awareness changes you need to make in your money, changes you need to make in your finances. Maybe you need to restructure debt. Maybe you need to eliminate debt. Maybe you're strategizing, because Mars is like the surgeon's knife. He cuts away the fat, cuts away what no longer serves you. And so maybe with Mars in this area of banking and sexuality and shared resources, you're cutting away what no longer serves you. Like the fine surgeon, you're cutting away what no longer is appropriate for you. Mercury is saying, hey, go back over your money, go back over your checking account, go back over your resources. Are you using your resources wisely? Your resources isn't just your money. Your resources are your talents, your gifts, your abilities, your energy. The more energy you have, the more you can do. How are you using those inner and outer resources to create the life you want, to create the wealth that you want? You will be looking at this in 2016. Now, Mercury will retrograde in Virgo August 30th through September 21st. You will be re-looking at your health, your well-being, your vitality. So that's a big focus for you. That's where the action is for you in 2016, is your spirituality, how you nourish and nurture your spiritual life, how you nourish and nurture you, how you are taking care of your duties, your responsibilities, your work, how you're creating life-work balance, right? So you're really looking at that. And then at the end of the year, in December 19th, Mercury retrogrades again. So by the end of the year, you could be making some big career changes. You know, you could be getting a promotion because of all of the upgrading and skills that you've been doing in 2016 to improve your earning power, your earning potential. And by the end of the year, you may be rethinking things in this area and how you can expand your business, get a promotion, you know, really move yourself up in the world. Now, there is that Jupiter opposing Uranus that's going to happen in 2016 at the end of the year, which is very intense, and but it's exciting because it is going to bring in the Pluto-Uranus, but you know, there could be opportunities offered to you with this energy where some sort of really good opportunity comes in. But with Jupiter and Uranus, you have to move fast. Like, you can't sit and think about it for a week or two. It's like, if it feels right, if it resonates, do it. Go for it, because it could bring some sort of brilliant breakthrough for you. Now, as the year goes on and we get closer to it, I'll go more into detail with you as it approaches. Now, there's another thing happening too that started in 2015. Jupiter will be in positive energy flow with Pluto. And this will happen in March and in June, March 16th and June 2016. And this could be a promotion for you as well, because it's coming out of the work house and the career house. And so there could be something happening with you in 2016 that's very significant in regards to your work and your reputation in the world. That is an awesome promotion or expansion of your business and bringing more financial reward for you. So for those of you looking for love, when I look over the year, you know, it will, you know, be going on monthly, of course, especially when Jupiter goes into Libra, because Libra rules relationships for you. And so in September, with Jupiter going into Libra, you know, you could meet someone very significant, and it could be that soulmate, could be someone that you marry and share your life with. Career is on fire here in 2016. You have a lot of support coming from Jupiter and Saturn, and there is a big focus here for you in this area, this career and destiny in the world. So you have a lot to look forward to in your work, in your career. And money looks good because Jupiter is helping and Pluto is helping. And so this could be a time where you see significant gains in your finances. This could be a year where you see significant breakthroughs in your wealth. Health will improve this year. So if you've been having some challenges, this is a wonderful year to improve your health, because Jupiter is there working for you, helping you, and the eclipses will be pulling you into those areas, so you definitely want to pay attention to that. And spirituality is growing so much, and Saturn is really empowering you to connect to your spiritual life. We don't always consider Saturn a spiritual planet, but he is. And so this is a time for you to really rely on your philosophy or improve your philosophy so that you do have a strong spiritual foundation to rely upon. Another thing I want to mention too is you have a fabulous Aries full moon on October 15th at 23 degrees Aries, and it's a supermoon. So this is going to be another powerful moon. It won't be a blood moon this year in 2016, but it will be a very important moon, and Uranus will be involved in it. And so it will be this continued theme for you to really live from your truth, be who you really are, be your authentic self, and do what's right for you. And yes, consider others. Jupiter will be there saying, hey, consider your partner, consider others. Absolutely. So it is about finding that balance. Full moons are oppositions between the sun and the moon, and the sun will be in Libra. And so, it is important for you to create that balance, create that win-win, looking at what you need and what's right for you, but also considering other people in the equation so that you're creating that win-win and you're creating that balance in your life and creating the life you truly desire. It's an exciting year. It's a great year. You're going to have an opportunity to reevaluate your relationships, your intimacy, your shared resources during that Mars retrograde cycle. Use it wisely because it can really empower you to create the love you want, create the finances you want, and live your best life. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plusing my podcast, Aries. You're so awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology here in 2016, it's very easy. The link is below in the Show More section. You go to my astrology page, you purchase your session. Upon checkout, you get the link to my schedule. And we are working together. Or if you're interested in coaching, that link is below. You go to my coaching page, you purchase your session. Upon checkout, you get the link to my schedule. And we're coaching you. So until next time, Aries, go for it, take good care of you, and it's all going to come together. I hope your days stay easy and your moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you want to go. And if you're faced with the choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And when you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish.